Hello everyone, and welcome to a video that's going to be a little bit different, and sorry if I sound like I'm echoing, but that's because I'm recording this in my living room. And yeah, based on what you see right in front of you, you see a stack of what look like jewel cases of what, I don't know, maybe video games? So what I've decided to do here on my channel, at least for a few videos, maybe do a little bit of a series here, of my video game collection, my physical video game collection, that is. Digital, who gives a fuck. So these are my PS1 games. It should have been obvious based on the fact that you see those double stack cases, those black ones. These ones right here, these ones are all, you know, the 2-disc or more cases. And yeah, so I'm just going to go through the collection real quick, as quickly as possible. Maybe give a little bit of a blurb about the ones that I care about. And yeah, see how you guys like that. But here's my PS1 collection. This is what I have so far, and yes, my collection is ever growing, so let's get started. Maybe we'll start with something a little bit more, start with some of these more obscure ones. So let's start with one over here. Okay, here we go. We got first game, High Heat Baseball 2000. Yeah, that's it's not one that I bought myself. By the way, yeah, we're going to start with some of the shittier and sports games, just to get them out of the way. So yes, High Heat Baseball 2000, not one that I bought myself. My cousin actually got rid of a lot of his PS1 collection, and he was just like, had a bunch of sports games. So here's one of them, High Heat Baseball 2000, NBA Live 99. I love NBA Live, but I've never played that one. Let's see, what else we got up here? We got Madden 99. Played a lot of Madden back in the day. I'm not sure if I played that one. We have the ever-popular Namco Museum, which has Pac-Man. Well, focus. Pac-Man Galaga. Well, I like how the case is glowing my face. You can see it. Pac-Man, Galaga, Pole Position, Bosconian, Rally X, New Rally X, and Toy Pop. Wow, that's actually a weird set of games, because there was some better Namco collections later that had, like, Dig Dug and stuff. Anyway, other random ones. We got Circuit P... Pro Bowling. Sorry, I thought it said PBO. Pro Bowling. Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling. What a terrible-looking game. Okay, so we also have a Midway Arcade's Greatest Hits here. It looks like we have Blaster, Joust, Splat, Burger Time. What are those other ones? Tapper. What are those other ones? There's two more. Metal something. Metal Patrol and Spy Hunter. Sorry, it's really hard to see, but I had to tell you what they were. Anyway, that's one of the older Midway Arcade collections that came out on PS1. What else we got? Looks like we also got Virtual Pool. Virtual Pool. You know you want to play that. I'd rather play Yahoo Pool. And we have NHL 2000. Fox Sports, baby. Oh, yeah. I have no idea why I took these games. All those sports games. Literally that whole stack I just showed you. All from my cousin. All ones that I did not buy back as part of my original PS1 collection. But they've are games that I've inherited over time. Now let's get to some other random ones that he also gave me. I'm trying to get these ones out of the way since these are not ones that are near and dear to me. I also have 007 Tomorrow Never Dies. I remember renting this game back in the day on PS1. It was okay, but it was no GoldenEye. No GoldenEye. Another random one he gave me, Need for Speed 2. This is actually the first Need for Speed I actually ever played. Also a rental, or either that or my brother had it. I don't remember. Anyway, Need for Speed 2. That's a pretty good one, though. Other obscure one I got from him. Check it. Small Soldiers. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure me and my cousin rented this one as well. I don't remember. I might have played it on an N64. I feel like there was an N64 copy of this. Anyway, Small Soldiers. Not one I really remember too well. Another random one my cousin gave me. Whoa. Top Gun. Fire at Will. I imagine this is a decent Ace Combat style game. I don't know. I've never played it. Top Gun Fire at Will. Interesting. Alright, we done with the cousin ones? And we got a few more, or at least a couple, or at least this one. WCW Nitro. I actually did a one-off Wednesday of this, thanks to him. He gave me this game, and I did a one-off Wednesday of it, so there you go. A game I definitely would have played a lot more back in the day when I watched wrestling, when I watched Nitro, when Nitro existed. There's no Nitro anymore. FYI, non-wrestling fans. Okay, so that's the majority of what my cousin gave me, at least the ones that I don't care about, that are like, kind of like, ones I don't intend on playing much, or, you know, whatever. But let's get it out of the way. There's another couple wrestling games here. We have SmackDown 2. The reason why there's no cover is I don't know where it is. I actually don't know where the cover is. I thought I had it. This is actually my copy of SmackDown 2. I was a big fan of wrestling back in the day. When I got my PS1, this was the first wrestling game I bought. And yeah, SmackDown 2. It's a pretty sweet game. Played the shit out of this game, but almost just as much as I played the shit out of this game. Warzone. Now, actually, this is another one I got from my cousin. But I actually have a copy of this on N64 as well. And I played the shit out of this. This was actually the first wrestling game I got on N64. Because I had an N64 first of my own. And then I got a Warzone on there. And then I got the PS1 after that. And I got SmackDown 2 on there. So, there you go. Anyway, Warzone, SmackDown 2. Two of my favorite wrestling games that I've played. Oh, wait, there's another one from my cousin here. But I missed it. Caesar's Palace. Gambling game. Whoop-de-doo, right? Woohoo! Caesar's Palace. Alright. I think that is the majority of the random ones. Let's get to some other random ones that I have that are not all from my cousin. First of all, we got the Die Hard Trilogy. I've actually heard this is not a terrible game, and also it costed $10 pre-played. I have no idea where this came from or when it was bought, but yeah. Not one. I think actually this one did come from my cousin as well. But then comes Die Hard Trilogy 2. Apparently the first one was so good, they had to do another one. I have yet to play this. It's called Viva Las Vegas, by the way. This one I actually got from my brother, which was weird for him to have this and not the first one. I don't know where the hell he got it. I don't even know if he's even played it. Anyway, Die Hard Trilogy. Enjoy. Enjoy. Alright, so now let's get to some more other ones that actually I bought. This is one I actually bought myself. Siphon Filter. I bought this one actually not that long ago. I bought it around the same time I bought Metal Gear Solid to play for my channel, which I'll get to that in a second. And I just have yet to play it. I've always considered it as something I might LP one day. I don't know. Give me some thoughts on that. Maybe one day, because there's always Siphon Filter, and I should say, if I do that, there's always Siphon Filter 2 and Siphon Filter 3, which has the sticker on it for some reason. I can take that off. That's not a big deal. I actually have 2 copies of Siphon Filter 3. I bought one myself, and then my cousin, when he gave me his collection, he also had a copy. So I have a copy of all the Siphon Filters, so that's cool. I've yet to play them, but I've heard decent things, so there they are. Siphon Filter 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why 2 and 3 they're multi-disc, I guess. Anyway, moving on to the next one that I just mentioned. Metal Gear Solid, and yes, I have the Greatest Hits one. Sue me, I don't have a Black Label one. I bought it later. When I was a child, you know, a 10-year-old or whatever I was, 12, I didn't even... This was not my style of game. I remember renting it or playing somebody else's copy of it, and I just didn't care for it that much at the time. I was more into RPGs, didn't care for it, completely overlooked it, and Metal Gear Solid became a big-ass franchise that lasted until just this last year, pretty much, and probably will continue to come back. Needless to say, I enjoyed this game a lot. This is actually my favorite Metal Gear Solid of all of them now that I've played them all, so yay for that. And I don't care if I have a Black Label one. I'm not one of those sticklers for that. I don't mind having the green one. It's not such a big deal. Anyway, moving on. Next game. Another game I played on my channel. Silent Hill. And this is the copy that I played on my channel. I got this actually from my brother. As you'll probably hear me say a lot in this video, because a lot of this PS1 collection is thanks to him. Games he did not get rid of. This is not one I thought that he had, though. He must have got it from a friend or something, or bought it later. Because definitely not something I see him playing. I remember watching him play a different horror game. It was pretty hilarious. Moving on, though. Speaking of a different horror game, this is the horror game I was referring to, Resident Evil Director's Cut. I actually did not play this on my channel. I didn't actually own this at the time. Instead, I had bought and played the Resident Evil GameCube edition on my channel. But this one is the one I would have played otherwise. And I didn't own it then. I got it later out of my cousin's collection. Yes, you can hear me say that a lot as well. And, yeah, I've seen a playthrough of it. I haven't played it myself. And this is actually the one I remember my brother playing and turning off as soon as the dog jumped through the window. Good times. Good times. Speaking of Resident Evil, that I've done on my channel, Resident Evil 2, done on the channel. This is the copy that I played right here, baby. PS1 version. Booyaka. Followed by, of course, can't forget about good old Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Both of these of which I played on my channel. This copy right here that you see in front of you. I actually bought this Resident Evil 2 copy to play, and then the 3 copy came from my cousin, actually. He gave it to me perfect timing. He gave it to me, that's about the time he gave me the collection, was about time for me to do Resident Evil 3. All right, so we're getting closer to the RPGs, and yes, I know that's what we're all waiting for because that's my favorite part of my collection is the RPGs, the coup de grace, as it were. We're getting there, but we still have another bit to go here on the side. We got Spyro the Dragon. This is actually my copy. My cousin had the original Black Label copy. He didn't have it when I took his collection of games. But this is my copy. I had a Greatest Hits one because I got the PS1 a little late. So, whatever. Green copies, I didn't give a shit. At the time when I was a kid, I just wanted to play Spyro the Dragon, dude. And, as you would imagine, I also have Spyro 2, Green Label, get over it. And I also have Spyro Year of the Dragon, which is Spyro 3, basically. All three of those games are really great. I really love all of them. Whoops. Don't break your cases, bro. I really love all three of them. Three of my favorite PS1 games that are not RPGs, of course. Good times. I'm probably going to start leaving games right here in front of me just because I'm running out of room on my side table over here. It's already looking pretty stacked over here, huh? Anyway, okay, so let's keep it going here. So another game that I got from one of my cousins. I'm just realizing that some of these are multiple cousins that gave me these. Twisted Metal 2. This one, me and my cousin played a lot. We used to play this one a lot. I think we beat the game with every character multiple times. Axel right there on the front. That's the guy with the two big tires on the side. He's pretty awesome. I liked using him. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Twisted Metal 2. Probably my favorite Twisted Metal of all of them. I mean, we played Twisted Metal 1 plenty as well. I don't actually have a physical copy of Twisted Metal 1, but I do have a physical copy of Twisted Metal 3, which is where me and my cousin kind of went, not as good. Played it enough. Didn't even bother with Twisted Metal 4, though. 3 was kind of where we stopped. Alright, on to another big-time series. This is the beginnings. Grand Theft Auto, the original, $4.99. Who paid that? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so this one, I didn't even know about this game when it came out. I didn't learn about Grand Theft Auto until Grand Theft Auto 2, or GTA 2 is what it's called right here. And, yeah, these are copies I got from my cousin as well. They are, well, we actually played this one a lot. And it really got us prepped and ready for GTA 3. The freaking sensation that was GTA 3. And man, everybody knew GTA 3 when it came out. Everybody was playing that. And GTA 2, because we had played it, we actually wanted to play GTA 3. I don't know if we would have been so hyped for GTA 3 had we not played 2. I'm not sure we would have been. Anyways, moving on. Driver. Another decently popular series back on the PS1 that I actually have never played. Got these from my cousin. And when I say these, I mean Driver and Driver 2, both from my cousin. Thank you very much. Games I never played. I'm thinking my cousin might have rented. I like how I'm saying cousin when I'm referring to two different cousins. And you know the funny part about my cousins? They're both named Chris. But let's not get into that. Anyway, Driver 2. And the last one got from my cousin as well. Area 51. Now this one me and my cousin super played hard. I don't remember. He didn't have the gun when we originally played this, but I think he got the gun later. Like the actual light gun to play it. Anyway, it was really fun. Area 51 is one of the more fun arcade games to play in the arcades. So yeah, there's my stack of PS1 games revealed there. I'm trying to keep you in suspense, and I think you can already see what this game is. Let's go ahead and start. Oh no, you know what? Let's start with this stack over here first, actually, because these ones are going to be RPGs. We're actually going to get to the RPGs, guys. Threads of Fate. Oh god, this one. Okay, so I have actually not played this one really. I got this one, where did I get this? I found this, I think, like, in somebody's, like, moving stuff. I found it, and it was just like, here's a stack of random discs and games and shit, and this was in there. I don't even know if he played it. I just snagged it, and I was like, fuck it, it's a PS1 game RPG I never played. It's by Squaresoft. How bad could it be? And I never did play it. Maybe one day I'll get around to it. Got a lot of RPGs to play, though. Speaking of RPGs, let's just pound on through here. We got Wild Arms 2. Well, you would think I'd show you Wild Arms 1 first. I actually don't own Wild Arms 1. I've played Wild Arms 1. I've beaten Wild Arms 1. I've never owned it, though. So, Wild Arms 2, here it is. Thanks to my brother not getting rid of it. Here's the physical copy of Wild Arms 2. I played it back in the day when it was new. I borrowed it from my brother to play, and he kept it all these years and gave it to me. I have a few games that I am super glad that he kept, and this is one of them. We'll get to the other ones in a moment. Next one we have here, Legend of Dragoon. I actually bought this back when I got my PS1. I thought it was pretty good. I actually played most of the game back then. We're talking like the year after it released, maybe. I played the whole game other than I didn't finish disc 4. I think I just got to disc 4 and then I just like stopped playing for some reason. It's a game I've always wanted to go back to and finish. I've even said I was going to do it on my channel and I still plan on it, but by God, I keep pushing it for other games. I need more of you guys to request it for me to actually do it, man. I keep getting requests for other games and I'm just like, okay, I'll do those first. Legend of Dragoon is still on the back burner. It's planned to do. And the longer I wait to do it, the more I forget about it. I definitely don't remember shit about it at this moment. But it's something I definitely want to get back to someday. Alright, next RPG. Xenogears, baby. We did this on my channel. Oh, yeah. This is one of those ones I got from my brother that I'm really glad he kept. And this, like, especially, this is like one of the rarer PS1 RPGs to have a physical copy of these days. Black label and everything. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. And it was a really good game, actually, other than the second half of the game, which, don't even get me started on fucking that. But anyway, it was a good game otherwise. Next we have Breath of Fire 3. Oh, yeah, this is one of my childhood favorites, man. I really love this game. I really, really love it. And I want to do this one on my channel as well, because it's just something, it's just a game I really, really love. I love turning into a dragon. I just like the simplistic battle system, the turn-based battle system. I like the story; it's pretty good. I like all the characters. I just like this it's so beautiful. I just love how the game is set up. It's way better than the two Super Nintendo ones, which I have played. Breath of Fire 1 and 2, yes. They're good RPG games, but they're no Breath of Fire 3. This is the best one in the series, in my opinion. Very, very good game. Followed by, of course, because I love 3 so much, I definitely went and bought Breath of Fire 4. Yeah, my brother had bought 3, and I already played it shit out of it, so when I saw 4 come out, I was so excited. And I went and bought it, and I played it, and I got through most of the game, and even to this day, I have yet to beat this game. I remember the first, 2/3 of the game pretty damn well, though. So regardless if I ever play this on my channel, it won't be a completely blind Let's Play. It'll be relatively remembering things, but we'll get to a point where I don't remember things near the end if I ever get to it. But yeah, if I ever do Breath of Fire 3, then I will probably do Breath of Fire 4 as well. It's still a pretty good game. It's just not as good as 3. 3 has such a beautiful freaking world. 4 is good too, though. And remember, I did say I'd start talking about some of the games that mean more to me. So excuse me if this video runs a little longer than you think a game collection video should. But anyway, Suikoden! Yeah! That's right, baby. OG Suikoden, for some reason, is a fat case, and it's one disc. I don't know. Anyway, I've never even heard of Suikoden. My brother, let's get to this real quick. Let's get it in the shot now. Rarest PS2 game I have. Suikoden 2, baby. Yes. Drink it in. Drink it in. Drink it in. Drink it in. That's the rarest PS2 game or PS1 game I have. Yeah, I had to brag. I had to. Now, my brother bought Suikoden 2 probably right near when I think it was Final Fantasy 7 or 8. I can't remember which Final Fantasy came out around this. Either way, he bought it a little bit after that, and I watched him play some of it, and I was just like, what is this game, and why is it so cool that you can recruit all these people? And then I got to play it myself, and my God, I fell in love with this game. Me and my cousin used to play this game so much. We put so many hours in this game for no reason, really. It's not even that long of a game. But just to do every little thing in the game was so awesome and fun and interesting. And after we did that, my cousin goes and buys Suikoden 1 later. Yes, this is actually his copy, of my cousin's copy. And I was just like, wow, why did you... is it as good as the second one? And so we played it, and we're like, it's pretty good. It's just, there's some different things about it. The story is still really good. That's the best part about it. It's a lot shorter of a game. Get through a lot faster. But Suikoden 2, just fucking, in my opinion, masterpiece. And if I haven't already said it in this video, my favorite game of all time. I should have saved it for last, I know. But don't worry, I got some pretty good ones for last. Last but not least on this part of the stack, Parasite Eve 2. Yeah, where's Parasite Eve 1? Good question. I actually don't have a physical copy of Parasite Eve 1. I meant to buy one when I went to LP it, and then I didn't, and I just bought it for like $3 on the PSN and played it there. I meant to buy a physical copy. That's actually one of the games I would like to have a physical copy of. I just don't have it. But Parasite Eve 2, what I should say, got this from a fan. If Ragutsu, you're watching this video, this is from you, man. This is your copy. You are in this video. You have been shouted out to. Got it from a fan. My biggest fan. I don't know about all that, but he's awesome, dude. Ragutsu. Look him up. All right. So this last middle stack here that I haven't shown you, of course, last but not least, I had to save it for last. Final Fantasy Tactics. Not Tactics, but the stack. You can already see where this is going. Tactics does this game. This is happening on my channel someday. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I know what I've been saying in this whole stack, but this is literally in my top 10. I haven't really done a top 10 video of my top 10 of all time, but this is in there. This is in there. I love this game so freaking much. It's gonna happen on the channel. I don't even want to talk about it too much right now. I just fucking love it, and I've put so many hours into it, almost probably more than a lot of the RPGs I've ever played, and it's got to happen. It's one of my favorites. All right, another one I bought a little bit later, Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on PS1. When I say a little bit later, I mean like when near the end of the PS1's life cycle. I pretty much just bought this so I could play Final Fantasy 1 and 2, which I had never played before. Well, I played the first one. I take that back. I played Final Fantasy 1 on the NES a little bit, but it's so hard to play on an actual NES. To play it on PS1 was a luxury because you could save it, and like your save would stay, and you wouldn't have to worry about the battery or resetting or anything like that. It was easy to keep your save on a PS1 compared to an NES. That's why I bought this. And 2, I think this is like the first time we ever got Final Fantasy 2 here in America, right? I think so. Anyway, there it is. Origins. Okay, another game that I bought when I first got my PS1. Oh my god, dude. I was so excited to buy this. Final Fantasy Anthology, which comes with Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI. Now, this is definitely the first time Final Fantasy V ever came to America, so I had no idea what to expect, and I fell in love with it immediately once I realized it had a job system. Final Fantasy V, dude. I freaking love it. And then 6, of course. Everyone knows 6. It's a freaking great story masterpiece of a game. Final Fantasy VI, great game. Yeah, just leave it at that. You guys, I don't need to drone on about Final Fantasy, really. And you already know where the rest of this stack is going. You got Final Fantasy VII Black Label, Final Fantasy VIII Black Label, and yes, these are mostly actually these are all mine. These are my copies of the series. And Final Fantasy IX Black Label. The only one I bought release day was Final Fantasy IX, or at least release month was Final Fantasy IX. The other two I got after the fact because I didn't have my own PS1, but got them all Black Label. Now, you think the collection video is over, but I got surprise for you. Big fucking time, baby. I got a surprise. Now, I said my rarest games, or rarest game, rather, was Suikoden 2. But honestly, I feel like this game's going to be even more rare someday because it's, well, not just the game itself, but the version of it I have, and the fact that it's complete in box. Lunar, whoa, I'm zooming in. My bad. Lunar, Silver Star Story complete. Inbox. There's if you want to see it. I would show the stuff inside the box, but it's really packaged well. I don't really want to do it. It comes with a map and little character things, and yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. Lunar 1. This is Lunar 1, and you're like, well, what about? You might be wondering. Well, he has Lunar 1, but he couldn't possibly also have Lunar 2. Yeah. Complete inbox. You damn right. And it's actually fatter than Lunar 1. So let's just show that. Boom. Lunar 1. Lunar 2, baby. Yeah. That's right. And yes, those are owned from when they came out. This is not an after the fact. Lunar 1, my brother actually bought, and Lunar 2, I bought. And there they are. Released, I won't say release day, but, Lunar 2 basically was. I was so hyped for Lunar 2 because I loved Lunar 1 so much. And yes, this is another couple of games I would fucking love to do on my channel at some point. I adore them, and they're in my top 10. Yes, Lunar is in my top 10. Lunar 1 and 2. I always consider these like one long story. Even though technically they're two different games, they really are. But the story connects from one game to the next. It does connect in some way. So I feel like I always group them together. So yeah, that does it, guys. My PS1 collection. There it is. There's the rest of the stack. You see. There's the games over there that I was looking at earlier in my Dickies cup. You have to see that because it has to be in the video. So yeah, that does it for my PS1 collection at its current state. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I plan on doing this for the majority of my collections of games that are bigger. Bigger meaning more than like 20 games. Or even more than just 10. Probably more than 20. I have a few different collections that are more than 20, and some are even bigger. This is pretty close to my biggest collection. It's not quite my biggest collection. It's pretty close, though. It's pretty close. So yeah, Give the video a thumbs up if you want to see more of it, or, you know, comment that you like it and you want to see more. Thumbs up or comments are pretty much equal, in my opinion, when it comes to whether or not you enjoyed the video. And, yeah, I will see you in another video like this sooner rather than later, hopefully. Just depending on my time and availability and when I have time to sit down and talk about games for a few minutes. So, see you guys later. Peace out.